Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Long Story Short. This is Elder Marques Cunningham. Today's lesson will be coming from Galatians chapter 2, verses 1 through 10. Galatians chapter 2, verses 1 through 10. My assignment is entitled Three Important Aspects of Ministry. Actively engaging in ministry is a responsibility for all disciples, not just preachers. As I read this passage, I'm reminded of three important truths about ministry. You see, in this text, Paul received a revelation that salvation wasn't just for the Jews, but also the Gentiles. His main message in this text and also the whole scope of Galatians is that salvation is by grace through faith in Jesus Christ alone and not by works. The Jews believed that strict adherence to the law could bring salvation, but Paul taught that Jesus took ceremonial rituals and the works of the law to the cross. Before Paul began preaching this message, the Lord instructed him to meet with the church leaders, James, Peter, and John. They all agreed and gave Paul and Barnabas the right hand of fellowship to preach to the Gentiles. We must understand that ministry must be done in order. Everything must be done decently in order. Paul teaches us about order. Though God gave him a message, he didn't move independently. He sought alignment with spiritual authority. This preserved unity in the church. There cannot be effectiveness where there is confusion. Confusion leads to chaos and division. Even when God gives us a vision, we must still move in order and in His timing. Spiritual maturity is shown not only in what we do, but in how and when we do it. We must remember that ministry requires preparation. Paul didn't go from persecuting Christians on Monday to preaching on Wednesday. He went through a process. Brokenness, waiting, and transformation. He was blinded for 3 days, then filled with the Holy Spirit before being sent out. Preparation develops power, maturity, and discernment. An unprepared disciple is a useless disciple. We must continue to study, pray, and allow God to shape us before He sends us out to do His will. We must also remember that ministry must address physical needs. In verse 10, Peter reminds Paul to remember the poor. True ministry isn't just words, it's words. Your actions will often testify louder than your words. We're called to meet needs, not just spiritually, but also in finances, in health, and hope. If you have the means to help, don't just promise prayer. Be the answer to someone else's prayer. In conclusion, the three parts of ministry that we all must be aware of and actively participate in is number one, let everything be done decently and in order. Number two, stay prepared for what God is calling you to do. Number three, remember that true ministry meets the needs both physically and spiritually. May God bless you, and may He bless you real good. And also, when we walk in order, preparation, and compassion, we reflect on the heart of Christ, and that's what real ministry looks like.